and welcome to Retailers Podcast, Retail Alliance's podcast for small businesses. And I'm joined today by Joey Morgan. My name is Kylie Ross-Seibert. We are the hosts. And today we are joined by Danell and Jamie Skinner from Shark City Naturals. Just want to mention very briefly that this episode is sponsored by the Shops at Hilltop, and they are one of Virginia Beach's premier shopping, dining and lifestyle destinations. They're only located 2 miles from the Virginia Beach oceanfront, but they have been serving Virginia Beach for over 40 years. So they have an outstanding selection of about 25 restaurants, eateries, and over 100 specialty shops. So thank you to the Shops at Hilltop for their sponsorship today. And welcome.
Thank you.
It's great to have you on the show today, Jamie and Danell. First of all, Shark City Naturals. Can we ask you a little bit about who you are and what Shark City Naturals is?
Well, Shark City Naturals is a skin, body, bath, and hair care company, and we're devoted into creating natural, organic, fresh products that actually work. Okay.
How long have you guys been in business now?
For retail, we've been doing this for a little over 2 years now.
Okay. And I live really close to where you guys just opened up. Is this your second location, or how's that work?
No, this is actually our 5th location.
Oh, wow.
We started out with doing pop-ups, vending, things of that nature. Slowly or quickly moved into a retail space, and that was Military Circle Mall. And after we moved into one retail space, it continued to just snowball. It went from Military Circle to Greenbrier Mall to Pembroke Mall. We were also in Patrick Henry Mall in Newport News. And then once we found 21st Street, which is where we are now, we kind of consolidated 3 of our other locations just to get here. This is where we wanted to be. We wanted to stay in Norfolk, and we wanted to be in a prime retail location. And once we got this location, it just made sense to consolidate and only have the 2 stores open in Norfolk.
Nice.
Okay, so you still got the Military Circle and 21st then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what made you decide to, because it sounds like most of your other locations, they were all malls.
Yeah.
Yes.
What made you make the decision, or how do you make the decision to really focus in on the 21st Street location?
Well, that's the end game, right? That's the plan, is to actually own the real estate that we actually retail from. And this is pretty much the closest we can get to that as of right now. We're in a spot that's private. It's private location, it's private parking. And it allows us to facilitate our customers the way that we need to, when we don't have so much confusion and so much interaction with other retailers, other stores, things like that.
Very cool.
Yeah, do you think it's also like people, instead of sort of just passing by in a mall or a pop-up, like they're actually becoming more of a destination? They come to seek you out. Have the people who have bought from you previously, do they come to you now in your new location?
Yeah, they prefer here.
They prefer here. Yeah. They love it here.
Oh, that's awesome. So, I mean, Shark City Naturals, I heard something about Shark City being a name for Norfolk. Is that right?
Yes, it's a nickname for Norfolk.
I did not know that. Joey, did you know that?
I didn't know that. Are you both Norfolk natives?
Yeah, absolutely. Born and raised in. Yep.
Well, Kylie obviously isn't. You can hear from her accent. And the Navy brought me here, so I didn't know about that. It's Shark City. I didn't know that.
Big part of it, the Navy. The Navy is a big part of Norfolk, right? So you kind of correlate the Navy to the ocean, and then you get the sharks, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it makes a lot of sense. And because we have the Navy, us natives that are here, right? It's kind of a competition for us to have our small businesses with so much Navy presence. All of us really would prefer to just go to the Navy. It pays well. It's a great career. So it's kind of big fish eat little fish, right? And that's where you get the connotation of Shark City as well.
Wow. Okay. So have you got connections with the military or Navy or anything like that?
No,
not yet.
Okay. So you really it was because you were born and bred here.
Actually, take that back. My father was in the Army for 22 years.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Gosh. So I hear it's a bit of a family, well, between the 2 of you, but you've also got quite a large tribe.
Yep. They work here every day.
Oh, nice.
I missed that bit. Who was that works there with you?
Oh, that's 2 of our middle children. It's our 16-year-old and our 14-year-old. So we have a range from 21 down to 6 years old. So 21, 20, 16, 14, 12, 10. And then we go down to
like a countdown, 10, 9, 8. I mean,
10.
It's 8 altogether. 4 boys, 4 girls.
Oh, nice. Now, as far as your employees, are they just family employees, or do you have any nothing?
Yes, at the moment, yeah. We've had
Okay.
employees earlier prior to the COVID, and then once the pandemic came, it was really hard to keep employees or quality employees as well.
Yeah.
So we kind of just transferred it right over to our employees that we have all the time, and they're very capable, so it works.
Nice. Are you that's the big topic that everybody's talking about right now is employment and finding employees. Are you guys looking to hire, or are you sort of happy where you're at right now?
Yeah, we're really happy.
Yeah.
Yep. We kind of filled that void for now. Yep.
Nice.
I think you're probably good in a way, because then you're avoiding the issues that are going on with so many other businesses trying to find staff right now. Oh, it's terrible. But I mean, you went through all of this during COVID. So I mean, did you have any sort of hesitations in moving forward with real estate and moving, consolidating, all of that? I mean, how did you?
I don't think so. We knew where we wanted to be. We knew what we wanted to do, and we know we have a quality product. We know it's effective. And we just needed to be in specific places. That was our only reason why we're transitioning so much. We wanted to be in a specific place. We had a real vision of where we wanted to be. And until we got there, we weren't going to be comfortable anywhere, right? So we would probably continue to move around. But then when we got to 21st Street, it was like, here we are, we're home. Yeah.
So what kind of role did COVID play in this decision at all? Like, for how you guys moved more recently? So it sounds like you consolidated down 3 locations into one and into the spot where you wanted to be. Was any of that sort of decided because of COVID and how, things were shut down? It was just smarter to get rid of more locations and then just get to your prime spot?
Yeah, that was definitely one of the decision makers. Through the COVID, we never, even though the malls had shut down, Shark City Naturals did not shut down. We still were able to get the products to our customers. We hand delivered products to our customers daily throughout the pandemic. Like, they couldn't come into our store, but when they purchased online, we took these products directly to our customers.
So you guys have a nice online platform?
Yeah,
it's growing.
Yeah, it's growing.
And back to your question, COVID helped out a lot in helping us to get to this place. Obviously, if business was booming, this storefront would have probably been taken by someone else. And because this wasn't booming, this location was open, and it had been open and slow moving for some time. There was a tenant here, and they were just really moving really, really slow. So they decided to give up mid-lease. Their lease wasn't actually over. So COVID played a big part in us actually getting into the spot that we wanted to be in.
Nice.
Wow. And did you just sort of take on the rest of the lease, or did you have to sign a new one for?
Did our own lease.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We just move in, transition into the space, because they were no longer able to be here.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, it's good for you and for the landlord, I'm sure they were happy.
We had an eye on this place for quite some time, so it just everything just lined up for it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about the product side of things and how that all started, because that, I think, is an interesting story. I'd like you to share, if you could, about how it started.
Well, the product came about from our kids just needing a safe and healthy way to help heal their eczema issues. We didn't want to go with the prescription drugs from the doctors. We didn't want to do the steroids and things of that nature. So I had to create or come up with a solution that would help our kids heal their eczema.
Did you actually try some of the more traditional doctor prescribed medications, or was it something that you just said?
Thought that was, our only alternative at that time. So of course, we were trying to help our kids. We didn't like to see them itching and scratching and, and breaking out and things of that nature. So
asthma.
Even asthma.
Asthma.
Because all of those are just allergens. Like, our kids have asthma, they have eczema, they have, different things. And but since we've been using our own products that we create ourselves, natural organic products, they haven't had these issues.
We haven't pulled the nebulizer out in years. We used to have those things out constantly. But we haven't had any asthma issues.
None of that stuff.
So. Yep.
I must say, you're in the ideal. Like, when I moved here, in my 40-something years, I never had an allergy until I moved to Hampton Roads.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I was like, have I got a cold all the time? Like, what's going on here? Like, I didn't understand any of it. So it's probably a perfect location for you with such high occurrence of those sorts of stuff. And I mean, eczema, I've seen so many kids just having to deal with that as well. So, I mean, did you feel have some reservations about testing things on your kids? Or is
and how did you find out what worked?
Well,
number one, it's all natural, right? It's all natural.
I was never going to harm them.
Probably you could either cook with or you could just use naturally on your skin. So there's no astringents, there's no hard alcohols, there's no polysorbates, there's none of these things that are actually gonna clog your skin up or put a coating on your skin that stops you from sweating or releasing any of your natural bacteria, right? So all of our products allow all of those things to still happen. So we had no reservations at no point about using our products ourselves or on our children.
And the best thing about it is that we're not using chemicals, so we didn't have to worry about these things. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're naming off things that I have no idea what the meaning of any of those things are. How did you even know, like, what was good, what was bad, and what to even try?
You have to do research, first of all. You can't just, say, hey, we're going to try this. You have to go on your own and do the research. Also, my grandmother was living at the time, and sometimes you have to, go back to what your ancestors used to use, to go back to the herbs and the juices and the berries and things of that nature. There's a lot of things that, they grew up on that they used that worked. And I guess the modern today's society kind of got away from that, using those natural herbs and things like that really help. Because God placed these things on earth for us to naturally heal ourselves. So you don't have to always resort to a chemical.
That's right. You sort of wonder about Big Pharma and, whether they're really out to help people or just to make money.
Exactly.
And the intention may be there, the intention for help may be there, but in order to make these products massively, you have to add fillers. You have to add other things to kind of
preservatives and things.
Keep the product stable, and they have to add these stabilizers, and all of these things kind of are not as great for our skin as we would want them to be. The good thing about our product, fresh batch, right? So we make small batches and they sell out, and then we make a new batch. So our products don't have to have a long shelf life. We don't have to have them sitting on the shelf for a long time. We made our products so that they can be left out and they don't have to be refrigerated, but they're all natural products that are creating that stability for us.
Okay. And do you make them in store or at home? Do you have somewhere you go to?
21st Street, on that location at 21st Street.
We have a warehouse in addition to our retail space.
Okay.
That's the reason why this was prime location for us, because we wanted a place where we could have a retail as well as create our products.
Mm-hmm. And did you have to, I mean, I don't know the process. Is it like food where you have to have certain conditions to make things in, or is it pretty much you can choose to do whatever you want to?
You can choose to do what you want to do. We certainly follow requirements to keep our place sanitary, but there isn't organization that actually requires us to do certain things. Cosmetics is not the same as food. You don't ingest cosmetics, so they don't have the same requirements that food would have. Food, anything that would all go through the USDA. We don't have to go through the USDA or any of those type of organizations to actually commit to making cosmetics.
We are an environmental cleaning company, so cleaning is our middle name. We're
very well versed.
Yeah, we clean environmental cleaning for the Centera Hospital, so we make sure our stores are also, we sanitize daily. My equipment is sanitized and cleansed. Everything, we have stainless steel, workspace, so everything is very clean and sanitized.
Mm. And in terms of and I do have a few things here, and thank you for that.
Product right there.
Yeah.
In case for anybody listening, she held up a little Shark City Naturals, one of their bottles. They dropped us off what did you call it? Is it just a sample pack?
That's LL Cool Shade.
LL Cool Shade?
That's cool.
Nice. Yeah, they dropped us off a sample pack of their products the other day, so Kylie's been looking through those.
And I must say, I was spraying the room and linen spray in
I think you sprayed too much in my office.
Well, it dissipates quickly. That's a good thing too. It smells really good and really floral at first, but it dissipates really, really fast.
I was surprised. It came suddenly too. She sprayed it and we didn't smell anything right away, so she sprayed it a couple more times and it hit. I was like, okay, that was too much. And then you're right though, it does dissipate pretty quickly.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Joey. Yeah. But I was going to ask the stuff that was in the sample bag. I mean, there's quite a lot of quantity, but is that because you use more of it? Like, I mean, if I'm looking at a jar and it's got a shelf life, is it because I'm using a lot? Like,
Well, for one, our body butters are created to use on your hair as well as your skin. So
Daily.
a lot of our customers, I use that daily. I'm using those products daily, our body butter. And like I said, I use it on my hair, I use it on my skin, I use it on my children. So we want to give you enough to go around.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, how much of your products are for hair? Because when I first saw your guys' logo, I thought you guys specialized in hair.
Most people do. They think
Yeah.
we do hair, but we don't.
And it's a big part
Okay.
of what we do. It's very important to us. Natural hair is a big part of what we're doing. But we also translate it to the skin as well. Because if you're gonna put it in your hair, you better be able to put it on your skin as well. It shouldn't be a differentiation between the two, right? You should be able to use hair and skin products either way.
Yeah. I mean, I would need to have some sort of instruction to know how to use it, I think. I'm not sure about my hair. I don't have that much.
Simple instruction. Here's your instructions. Simple. Bathe, try to put the products on. It's really that simple.
Oh, my husband would know that how to do that then. Yeah, paint dry, okay.
It's like we use like a leave-in conditioner, just a moisturizer for your hair. You use that in the same way.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the question I keep forgetting to ask is, were you thinking like in terms of moving beyond more like into like cosmetics, like the more makeup and stuff too? Like, or is it now just this core?
We may evolve into that, but that wasn't the thought when we started this. But who knows?
We have young daughters coming up and they may decide to get into that. So
I have made lip gloss and lip balm and things like that, so you never know. And we have teenage daughters, maybe that's a line that they might want to pick up. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's awesome. So my next question is, if you're making stuff in your store, you could make it for anyone then.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so you do? So tell us a bit about that.
That was another reason why we wanted to come to this location as well, because we wanted to be able to offer to the community and upcoming business owners that may be in the same business field as us. We offer private labeling and we also offer wholesale. With our wholesale, if other businesses want to supply, have Shark City Natural products in their store, like hair salons, massage therapists and spas, they can buy our products at a discounted, price and have them in there and resell it in their store. And we also offer private labeling for businesses that want a good quality product, but maybe not have the time to create it themselves. So we'll take that on for you. We get, we from start to finish, we help you with creating a logo if you don't already have one. We create the product for you. We bottle the product for you. We label the product for you. And even if you need us to ship it to the customer, we can do that as well.
Yep.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, to me, I know it doesn't sound like a franchise type deal, but in terms of that whole private label, there's huge opportunity for, just like individual people as well.
Yeah.
So not like a Mary Kay type deal, but more of a localized natural option
Exactly.
for people who really believe in the product rather than sort of having any sort of product to sell. It sounds like something that you could really have a platform for showing natural alternatives.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Okay. I think I'll become a salesperson.
And franchising is definitely part of the business plan. So we will be looking to franchise. We that was from the initial. We knew that we were going to get into that eventually. So franchising is definitely a part of what we're going to be doing shortly.
Okay.
What kind of a background do you guys have in business? Are you self-taught? Did you go to school? How are you guys learning all this?
A couple of parts of our business are self-taught. Most of our business is self-taught, right?
Yeah.
And I went to school for graphic design, so all of that kind of gels together to help us start different things. But we've been in business for the better part of the past 2 decades. We've always been entrepreneurs and we've always owned a business. We started mobile detailing and janitorial services, and which we still do to this day. We have a service on 25th Street, Shark City Select Services, where we do mobile detailing and carpet cleaning as well. But we've always been in the business industry in one way, one form or another, and we've kind of grown and learned how to continue and stay in business throughout these years.
Just something you love. You don't want to go work for somebody else.
No, I can't. Well, we have a big family, so having a large family does not really afford you the option to go to work, right? You're gonna miss a
Yeah.
lot of time with the things that you need to be there for. You working for someone, you'll have to miss those times, and we prefer not to do that.
We're big on family. Our kids are always, with us, and I'm able to bring my kids to work with me now. So, and they help out a lot. So.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm waiting for my 9-year-old to, to
Be able to start working.
Yeah.
I work. 7-year-old, they work. They know they have to work for what they want.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, was that part of the, entrepreneurship is a quality, I think, that people either develop or born with. I really don't know. Sometimes it's just, it's something that comes with, either, what do they say, nurture or nature. But do you feel like a lot of the decision for your entrepreneurship was because you had kids and you needed something that worked with that? Or do you think it actually was something that was well before that you were always going to do?
For me, it's always been natural. I've always been an entrepreneur. I mean, since I was 12, 13 years old, I would take our rake and go rake up leaves, or take the shovel and go shovel snow. I've always been out doing something, trying to provide something for myself. So it was kind of a natural progression as I got older to just stay being an entrepreneur. And Jamie, she's an entrepreneur too, but a lot of it was learned for Jamie to want to go out there and bet on herself, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was fun at first, just being a stay-at-home mom,
working, yeah.
or whatever. But
so a lot of it is nature. I think a lot of it is different. A part of it can be nurture.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very cool.
So,
Now,
well, Kylie, go on.
I was just going to say, there was another element that I'd read somewhere about CBD products or ingredients. How do you incorporate that into the business?
Well, since we wanted to stay healthy and it was all about well-being from the start, right? We started to offer CBD products because we understood. So Jamie and I took a trip out to Vegas one time, had a great time. But while we were there, I don't like to fly, and I get really nervous when I fly, and that nervousness creates stress inside of my body, and it creates anxiety, and that anxiety tends to create different situations for my nerves. So I started to suffer from sciatica, back pain, things of that nature. When we were out in Vegas, that's exactly what happened. So I needed something to cope. Found a CBD product in Las Vegas. Was like blown away by how effective it was. We came home, we were like, listen, we're gonna try to figure this out and implement it. But when we did it, we also we wanted to offer to our community as a whole. We wanted to offer to active duty police officers. We wanted to offer it to children if they needed it. So we stayed away from THC in offering our CBD products. So we're a THC-free CBD product company that offers great effective CBD. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And so with that, I suppose, with the laws and everything changing and other people jumping on the bandwagon a little bit with allowing a little bit more of what was illegal before, do you see that sort of being competition, or seeing that you might have to get into that area?
Oh, we will, because since the start, even though we've always touted THC free, we've always got this question: do you have THC? Do you have So it's going to be a natural progression coming from where we are to where we will be eventually at some point.
But yeah, option. So I'm still going to create my THC free product that don't.
Absolutely.
That's smart, especially in this area. No matter what happens, it'll be a long time before the military is allowed to do that.
Yeah. Our active duty police officers,
We have police, we have military that loyal customers that love our products, and they don't have to worry about having a dirty urine or getting psycho activity.
Yep.
So they don't have to worry about that using our product.
So what is your premier product? What's your best seller? What's the one that people go to you for?
The two we just talked about the most, LL Cool J and CBD.
Yep.
Oh, eczema, that's a big deal too.
Well, what was the? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Eczema.
Okay.
I've got a question about, we all know in this area what something in the water is as an event, and you have this something in the water CBD, and it's a bottle of what I love that
water. Name, by the way, for what that is. CBD is something in the water. That's great.
Very cool. So, do people just drink this as water, or do they do it to get the actual benefit of CBD? If you gave me this, I would have just opened it and drunk it. I'm like, hang on a sec,
drink it like
this right now.
It's dosed so that you can do that. It's dosed so that you may just drink that bottle of water and feel fine. What it will do is take a little bit of the edge off. If you're feeling a little bit of antsy, like you just feel like you need to move around. You know how sometimes your brain is overworking.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just feel like you need to move. That water will help kind of put a calm on that and just have you kind of chilling a little bit. It's not enough to mitigate a lot of pain. It's not enough to have you loopy or feeling any sleepy or anything like that, but it just kind of evens you out a little bit. It's 10 milligrams of CBD, and that's nano CBD, so it's super bioavailable, meaning it goes through your bloodstream really, really quickly. So within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're starting to feel a little bit of that water to take effect on you and give you some of that CBD.
Okay, sounds like you've done a lot of research on that side of things too.
Oh yeah.
You talk about dosages and all this stuff. Sounds good. So one other thing, I mean, you've been here for like a long time, and I mean, you must see people come and go, especially like military. Do you find, like, how do you connect with the community that is sort of ever changing?
Well, having a storefront is one easy way to kind of get to the community. People will just walk in and talk to us. And that's what people love about what we do, is how easy it is to come in, talk to us, discuss any type of issues they have or any ideas that they have. We're very, very transparent. All our products have all of the labeling, all of the product ingredients in there. But one of the bigger even things that we're starting to do now is, coming up for the holiday season, we're going to implement ourselves by offering these free pop-ups. So we're going to offer these free pop-ups for vendors to come through and offer their products and solicit to the community as well. And it'll be free, and they'll be able to come in and offer their products and start their business. And since we offer the private labeling and the wholesaling, if there's businesses that are in the same lane that we're in, we could all try to figure out partnerships, co-partnerships, and figure out something that works for everyone. That's the way we're going to implement ourselves moving forward, is giving people a place to start.
And that's within your store doing the pop-up?
Well, maybe not in our store so much. We may do it in a co-working space or something like that. We have an office as well with Gather, the co-working space, and we may end up doing it there. We just haven't figured out logistics yet, but we will be offering it coming up in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That sounds something that, you know, even with our membership base, you know, knowing about what you do, I think would be, you know, advantageous for a lot of them, with opportunities and stuff. So yeah, that sounds really cool. So is there anything else, Joey, you wanted to talk
Well,
about?
we are getting close to the end of the time. I gotta ask, you guys both wearing Shark City National shirts?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so. I could see the SE and look at that. Oh, I like that.
You guys are merchandise. All right.
You designed those?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
It looks like it. Nice.
Wow. So you sell those in the store as well?
Well, we used to sell garments in the store and we kind of stopped it. They don't move as well as the other products. So we kind of stopped it. If people want it, it's on our website and they can order it and pre-order, and then we can have it shipped out to them. But yeah, we kind of stopped it in the resale spaces.
Yeah.
We wanted to focus mainly on our health and wellness products for the body. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Okay. So, how can people get in contact with you if they want to?
We can be reached at our retail location. We're located at 100 West 21st Street in Ghent and Norfolk, and we also have a location inside of Military Circle Mall. We're also, you can reach on our website at sharkcitynaturals.com, as well as sharkcitycbd.com.
Great.
And our is 757-904-6001.
Perfect. Well, it was great talking to both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys
This
for having us.
opportunity. Thank you.
No worries. We'll hopefully see you again soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.